Arcane is a show that defied expectations. Many players of League of Legends and viewers unaware of the game assumed it would be just another video game adaptation gone wrong, another Super Mario Bros. But is Arcane any good? Well, yes, extremely good. Halfway through episode 1 I totally forgot about League of Legends. I forgot this was based on a video game. Arcane doesn't focus on League. It focuses on story. It focuses on world building. It focuses on its gorgeous animation. Pause this show at any point and it will look like a painted masterpiece. But most importantly, Arcane focuses on characters, some of which die. Everyone has a different answer to whose death is the most heartbreaking. Vander serves as a loving father to Vi, Powder, Milo, and Krager. He ultimately dies protecting his kids, going out in the most badass way imaginable, using his enemy's shimmer to become an unstoppable monster. Speaking of enemies, there's Silco, who many people expressed tremendous sorrow when he died. How do you make a villain's death something the audience hates to see? You make him human. You make him love. By the end, Silco was just as much a father to Jinx as Vander was to Powder. But which character's death is the most tragic? Milo is a kid forced to find scraps to survive with 3 other children, Vi, Powder, and Krager. In the 5-man band trope, Milo would be the smart guy, clearly shown by him picking a lock. Except, he doesn't. Vi kicks the door down, invalidating his purpose of being there. When the kids are grabbing valuable items, he mistakenly takes nose hair clippers. During their fight with the street gang, Milo takes the most hits, throws the weakest punches, and even runs behind Krager, an overweight boy who by everyone's assumption should be the slowest. Milo is talentless. Everything he does or tries to do is outperformed by the other kids, except for one. Powder makes one mistake during their heist, a mistake so monumental that it cost them everything they had just risked to steal. Put yourself in Milo's shoes for a moment. Not only are you not the strongest, fastest, sharpest shooter, smartest, or even good looking, but your friends are letting a child, younger than you, off the hook for a mistake bigger than all of yours. Why? Because she tried her best. But didn't you try your best? After all, lockpicking is hard. Who uses golden nose hair clippers? That guy fighting you must have been stronger than all your friends' opponents. Didn't you try? Milo feels threatened, his usefulness depleted. So what does he do? He picks on Powder, calling her for the first time, Jinx. In a moment where Milo feels small, he's not trying to be the biggest in the room, just bigger than someone else. Eventually, Vander is captured, and Powder is told to stay behind. Rightfully so, Milo must have thought. In this moment, Milo struggles to pick locks on his father's bounds, and is reassured by him that he can do it. This validation pushes Milo to do better, to set Vander free. And he does. This boy is scared, fearing for his life, but part of him is happy. Krager dies immediately, but Milo doesn't die with him. Instead, he gets impaled at first. Just as he lived, trapped in the Undercity's crushing grip, Milo is trapped into a crushing death. As the ceiling crumbles above him, Milo has a few seconds to think. What his final thoughts were are of course unknown, but one would assume it would be about these 3 things. Did I make Vander proud? Was I valuable? Will I ever get to apologize to Powder? None of these would be answered. Milo, a kid who just wanted to be useful, a kid who just wanted to be respected, a kid who just wanted to feel worth, dies because he made a little girl feel worthless. Jinx goes on to say that Silco didn't make Jinx, Vi did. But that's not totally true. In a moment of worthlessness, Milo gave her the name Jinx, which Vi amplified by punching her in the face and abandoning her. In scenes where Jinx is talking to voices in her head, the primary influence is Milo. The kid is long dead, but his angry bullying lives on. A ghost of insecurity forever haunting the girl he helped destroy. Milo created Jinx. His death is the most tragic because he never got the chance to save her. As Milo was impaled and trapped against a wall, Powder is trapped inside of Jinx. Both wanting to feel worth, both wanting to feel loved.
I only wanted to help. I only wanted to help. I only wanted to help.
I told you to stay away.
Please.
I told you to stay away!
No! Why did you leave me?
Because you're a Jinx! Do you hear me? Milo was right!
No!